getting real about issues that affect Oklahoma women. We've never done this until now. The KRMG women have full reign to sit down with people that fascinate us about any topic we like. So far, it's been an interesting ride.
We have a lot of years together covering real issues. Now we're airing the full conversations just like we have in the newsroom. A little behind the scenes here on the Oklahoma Women Want to Know podcast.
On this episode of Oklahoma Women Want to Know, sometimes laughter really is the best medicine. We all go through ups and downs in our lives and struggle to cope, but you've probably never dealt with anything like our guests in the studio with us today. Their website says, what happens when a quadriplegic meets a blind man? In this case, it's comedy. The best comics are able to tell situations in their lives and talk about their situations and make it relatable to others. Comedians are excellent storytellers, so I want to get to them right away in just a second. But first, my name is April Hill, and I am the midday anchor and news director here at 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.
And I'm Crystal Kelly, a reporter for KRMG.
Okay, let's start with you. Tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I am Leon the Jokester. I'm an ORU grad, class of 2010. In 2016, I was diagnosed with an eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa, completely blind in my right eye, but I still have sight in my left. And I decided to get with my friend, Dr. Charlie Beal, and start a comedy company.
Okay,
So, yeah.
Charlie, tell us about yourself.
I'm Charlie Beal, and I've been here in Tulsa since 1986. And 5 years ago, I fell and damaged my neck and became a quadriplegic. And I met Leon 7 months ago in a comedy class, and we started to do comedy together. And we, after looking at our situations, we thought we can look at the light side of it and make jokes about our situations. It's worked out really well.
I do want to ask because I fall all the time. Could you tell us a little bit about the fall?
Yes, I fell and hit my head on a rock, and I had a plate in my neck, and it crushed the plate into my spinal cord, and I had to have 2 operations, and they didn't know if I would move for 2 days, and after 2 days, my thumb twitched, and I gradually got more and more movement. So thankfully, I am able to move and use my chair here and get around pretty well.
So you guys were not born with these disabilities,
No.
but when you got them, you just kind of rolled with it, didn't you?
Yes, we had to.
That's
We
right.
had no choice. And so,
Yep.
I was a case manager for 7 years. And I had to step down. News on 6 came, did a whole story on me. And I was like, man, I'm losing my sight. And everyone in my family's, like the family tree's blind, like with the same eye disease, retinitis pigmentosa, grandma's blind, grandfather, mom, 4 uncles, 4 aunties. And so it hit me, and it hits at different times. And when you look at me, I don't look blind, but I always say, give me your car keys and I'll prove it. You won't make it home safe, Crystal and April. But yeah, but the beautiful thing is I'm a man of faith, just like Charlie, and we came up with a passage, walk by faith, not by sight. So he's believing to walk again, and I'm believing to have sight. So together, we're walk by faith, not by sight, and we're going to continue to impact people's lives with love, hope, and laughter.
It's like that verse was written for you guys.
Yes, it was.
Exactly.
Okay, you guys are making it sound easy, but I know it's not.
Yes, we have our challenges. I'll let Charlie
Definitely.
talk about his daily challenges, and then I'll do mine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Charlie,
definitely. After I started to move after 2 days, then it took me a month to be able to feed myself, and then I was bedridden for 10 months, where they had to use a Hoyer lift to get me out of bed. So I had developed a 6-stage process for to get out of bed and get into my chair every day. But now I have it down pretty well.
Oh, I feel horrible that I was so irritated that I had to roll out of bed this morning.
I know.
Get up, get up.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have
But-
been really easy for you to just give up. What kept you going?
Yeah, well, my faith in God, and just that I never expected this to happen, but you have to take the situation and make the best of it. And I've made gradual progress as I get the ability to do different things. Like once I could get into my chair, I could go on the sidewalk, and then got a car where I'm able to use a little knob that I bought for $20, and I can steer and use my legs well enough So it really works out great with Leon. He can pull my chair out of the back, and I direct him how far to go, like left or right, and how far he goes with my chair. So I drive around and he gets my chair out. We make quite a good team.
I noticed that when we were walking in that you guys kind of help each other out.
Yes,
Yep.
that's what it's about. It's like that famous song "Lean on Me." When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. So and he carries me on with his wheelchair everywhere.
Okay,
So
you guys need your own reality show. I would definitely watch that.
I would too.
So I customize. I know we're on radio, but I customize my own shades.
I saw those.
Like my right eye is in question, and so we don't trust it. We're gonna lean on the left. But the reality check is comedy for me became the core for my very being, because I was like, okay, I can't stop living because I've lost my eyesight in my right eye. I still can see out of my left. Let's make the best of it. And a lot of people ask me all the time, April and Crystal's like, oh, now that you're vision impaired and the doctor said 10 years from now you'll be completely blind like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, like, are you just going to stop now? No. My grandmother, you guys, believe it or not, when she was afflicted with the same eye disease, she locked herself in the bedroom for 10 years. She literally died with the same eye disease. And before she passed away, she said, please, Leon, do not do the same thing. And that's why I hit the stage, and I love making people laugh. Dr. Charlie Bill, he'll be graduating May 3rd with his doctorate. The sky's the limit. There's no limitations for us.
Doctorate in what?
Doctor of Ministry from ORU.
Oh, very cool.
Smart and funny.
Yeah, it was something, because this accident happened in between getting my Master of Divinity and my doctorate. I had a lot of health challenges, and just falling suddenly like that, you never expect something that totally changes your life like that. But I always like joking around, and then this was the opportunity where I got to know Leon, and so we thought we'd really take this to the next level.
It kind of gave you some extra material.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of material. That's what the comedians that I love the best are able to put things in a way that I never thought of and think, wow, that's the way I think too.
Yes.
And you guys are not just getting up there and saying some words. You guys are really funny.
Yes, we try.
I mean,
we try.
We try
Really
to be.
funny. And it's not dirty. It's clean, but it's like true funny comedy without throwing in all that other junk that kind of makes it, not that great.
Well, I think it's a market for us, and I believe that with we put our brains together and make it the best show that you could possibly see. No pun intended. And I think we're a dominant duo. And when we came together and opened up Leon and Charlie Comedy, we just took it to the next level. And we do retirement homes, we do schools. I mean, we're everywhere. Nonprofits, for-profits, charities, foundations, anywhere where we can be impactful to the community.
And is there anything off the table in your personal lives? Is there anything that you've decided, no, I'm not going to talk about that?
No, I know a lot of times when you're doing nonprofit shows, Charlie and I have been told, oh, no politics or no religion or whatever. So we just give them love, hope, and laughter. And, man, people love the show.
Well, no politics and no religion. That takes away a lot of your tools.
That can take away material. Yeah.
I just think when you know what you're doing on stage and when you love people, you can impact the world, believe it or not. Like, it seems like in this world that you have to cover this, that, and the other. But it's like going into Quick Trip, like, you go in and get what you need and you come out and everybody's a happy camper. And so it works out for us.
It's kind of like Jim Gaffigan.
Yes. Perfect example.
He doesn't get into all that stuff.
Yes.
He just talks about food and all kinds
marriage.
of stuff like that. But it's funny because that's what's happening in people's lives.
That's the Hot Pockets guy?
Yeah. That's the Hot Pockets.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yes.
So when you are putting together your material, what do you focus on the most?
I know for me, it would be my faith and my family and my disability. Being an ORU grad, my faith is strong, and I'm just like, okay, walk by faith, not by sight. And then with my family, oh my goodness, they create my material. Every time my wife is like, stop doing the clothes, I'm colorblind, calm down, stop mixing the colors with the whites. I say, it's not the 60s. I don't understand what's going on. She's like, Leon, just leave stuff alone. Like, babe, give me your car keys. And so, yeah, it's fun because when I first started writing comedy, it was so difficult. I was like, man, what's funny? But just the reality of life. Like my wife getting up in the morning and I'm just like, okay, whatever you say is going on stage. My son, he's like, Dad, can you put me in your act? Absolutely. And so I think making the best of every opportunity is just like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's like, yeah, like, because it's life. I mean, comedy is really just life. And you flip everything upside down in comedy. So it's like nobody wants to hear your perfect story. They want to hear what's your struggle. So, hey, we both have them.
We've got the struggles for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
So what are some of the struggles that you put, Charlie, in your stand-up?
The way he says it's the best act you can see, and I say I have no lame excuses. So, but for me, struggles are just the everyday routine of getting up. My sister, I live with her, and she's a retired nurse, and she helps me out with different things that I need. If I run into problems in the early morning, something I would need, she's always there checking on me. So.
No, she's probably really helpful, but at the same time, that's your sister.
Exactly.
I bet you guys bicker back and forth.
Yeah, we do. It's amazing the arguments we get into. It's always over little things, though. It's nothing big. It's just tiny little things. I guess kind of like a marriage, but she's older than me, and just little brother and everything that goes with that. But it's amazing how I just never thought I'd be in this situation. I always felt in teaching and preaching to be motivational and somewhat funny, but then this somewhat happened, and bam, all of a sudden my life just totally changed. It's like you have to push the reset button on life. So I had to start all over again and just learn how to do things. But yet I still maintained a comical view of life like I've always had. So that was good. And then just to incorporate my accident in with that. And then into our act, which works out really well.
Yeah,
So
I'm one of those
it's been
people that I use laughter so much to cope that I laugh in like inappropriate situations.
Come on.
Like,
Yeah.
I remember like when my mother died, I was telling someone and I was like, "That's okay," and they're like, "That's not funny." And I was like, They don't know that I'm coping right now.
Yes.
But laughter is so important because one of the best things I love about this job, working here at KRMG, is that we are constantly laughing in the newsroom.
Yes.
We're getting work done too, of course. But we are just always having a good time. And even if I'm not feeling great or maybe I didn't have a good day yesterday, I come in and I'm happy.
Yes.
Do you guys think that's your purpose, to bring laughter and make people forget about their problems?
Oh, definitely. Laughter is so good. They have so many studies on it about laughter just helps people get through the day. And I've noticed, too, when you get someone laughing really hard, it's easier to laugh from then on, like for a few days. It kind of primes the pump. If you can get someone laughing to a certain level, things will be lighter all throughout your day. So that's something we try to do, is get people laughing to a great extent to just alleviate the problems for the day or the week or for however long.
And I think it's amazing, too, to piggyback on what Charlie said. Once you realize that this is what your life is going to be, no pity parties, no time to just throw in the towel like a Rocky Balboa movie. I think that it's time for us to strap up and make the best of it. And so in 2016, when I was afflicted and had to step down from that job, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have any income. I'm unemployed. Welcome to America. Like, what's going to happen next? I didn't know. But then on the way home, saw the Looney Bin, the comedy club. I said, you know what? I'm going to take a comedy class. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I went in 4 weeks later. I still don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I'm going to pursue. 3 years into it, got really, really good. And then now I'm teaching at Jinx. I teach teenagers. I teach at the high school. I just got hired for a summer contract with the Tulsa County Library. So I teach at 6 different locations for the second year.
Wow.
We're all over the place.
You are
Charlie and I
busy.
have our own tour, Walk by Faith, Not by Sight, church comedy tour. I mean, we're everywhere, impacting everybody. No one's exempt. So,
And
What are some of your upcoming dates that people can go see you?
man, you know, when I first started, Crystal, that was a cool question because I could say 2 dates and that's it. Now,
a bunch of them, yeah.
now I literally have a long list of dates because I don't just do comedy clubs. I'm doing nonprofits, for-profits, charities, foundations. I mean, we're all over the place. So I tell people if you could just log into the website, you will see everything, everywhere we're going to be at. We just did like 3 shows recently.
Yep.
We just got our website up. Like the tours are just crazy because it's a market that was void and we decided we're going to take over.
You have to be
Clean
so vulnerable to get up on stage.
Yes.
And tell those stories.
Yes. Yes.
The first time, especially, it's really nerve-wracking to get up
Tell
in
us
front
what it
of
was
an
like,
audience.
Charlie.
Well, the first time for me, I went to the Looney Bin, and there was 14 people, and I happened to pick number 14. So I was the very last one to go, and went up and actually did okay. It went all right, but I had to be helped up on the stage. My friend had to get me up and then pull my chair up and everything. But it's a great experience. And I had just met Leon.
Mm-hmm.
He was teaching the class. And he comes in with his walking stick, and I come in my wheelchair. We look at each other like, wow,
Dominant
this
duel.
is something, yeah. And so right after that, I went and started doing stand-up, and that went really well. And so here we are. Wouldn't have ever imagined, but here we are with our own comedy company not too many months later. So it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did the thought ever cross your mind, I'm disabled, I can't do this?
Not for me.
Well, I've always enjoyed joking around for years, and this just kind of amplified the material for me in a way.
Give you more
A
material.
serious
for sure.
situation, but if you look at the light side of it, it's actually something you can use in the comedy act quite well.
And we become the voice when you realize you have the entire community of a person who's disabled. It's like we have no excuse. Like we are the voice. We're the trailblazers. So yes, we want to bring awareness on stage that, hey, there are different levels of blindness. It's not just you're completely blind and that's it. Like when people see me, they're like, you don't look blind, but it's like, someone can be struggling with cancer. You don't just look at them like, oh, they don't look like they have cancer. It may be an internal fight. And so sometimes you can't tell if someone's dealing with depression or anxiety or road rage. Like, it's like you don't know what a person may be going through. It's not always on the external. Sometimes it's an internal struggle. So some of my internal struggles have been, man, I used to be able to cook without burning my hand. Man, I used to be able to drive and pick up my son from school. Yes, my wife, I can't take her out anymore unless it's a blind date. I mean,
You were just making sure we were listening.
yeah. That's my expertise. So sign up for the class. But it's just like making the best of it. I'm 41 and I see a bright future. Yes.
You guys feel like with your comedy, you're helping people understand
Yes.
the disabilities a
Yes.
little bit more, and so they won't just
Absolutely.
look at
Yes.
people on the street and
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, my high school sweetheart was in a wheelchair. He was disabled. And what I learned very quickly is he did not want any assistance. He was like, I remember I went to push his wheelchair and he snapped at me like, don't touch that. Like, I can do this.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Do- do you-
true.
My mother-in-law got mad one time because I did a joke. I said, have you guys remember in high school when you got in trouble and the teacher grabbed your arm really hard and took you to the principal's office? Well, that's how my mother-in-law helps me across the street. It's like and so she got offended. I was like, no, mother-in-law, of all people, don't get offended. So I took the joke out, but I created the joke because that's how she was like, oh, Leon, Leon, I got to yank your arm and come this way. And I know a lot of people aren't used to interacting with blind people. So a lot of times I'll hear people say, oh, sit right there. Well, what's there?
Like I did when you came in.
Come on, April. That's one strike. One red flag, Crystal. So yeah, it's like over there. It's right there. Come here. Where? And so I can get discombobulated at times, but I understand people. It's not like there's a class in college that's like how to help the disabled. There should be maybe. Everybody has to go according to what they're used to. So with my wife, it took a while. I think she's still trying to understand. I'm married to a blind man that wasn't blind when we first got married 20 years ago. So it's like things happen, to death do us part. So we're good. She's with me. She's always by my side, even though I can't see her.
Charlie, how do people receive you, and what are some things that you like or don't like?
Well, my friends still receive me. What I didn't like was being a burden on them for a long. I couldn't drive for 4 years. So when I finally got a car, that rather than have my friends come over, load me up, take me out to eat, go to a movie, it was just a real hassle for them, and I never liked that. So now that I have a car and this 32-pound wheelchair, I can go meet my friends. They just pull it out the back of the hatchback, and I just go right in with this motorized chair. That's made a huge difference for me, not to feel like a burden to people.
Yeah, because you don't want your friends to go, oh, we got to go pick Charlie up again.
Exactly. And that's what I felt like, yeah. It's amazing when Leon and I got together, though, because when we first went out to eat, and the way he holds on to my chair on the left-hand side and using his walking stick with the other, and I'm using my mobilized chair, the looks we got in the restaurant is unbelievable.
He's seen it, not me.
Everybody, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Someone staring at me? Someone has a staring problem, Charlie?
Yeah, I was telling you, wow, everybody is staring. It's like a spotlight is on us here.
Well, it's not every day.
Quadriplegic and the blind man.
Yeah, quadriplegic and a blind man. You don't see that dominant duo every day, especially in Tulsa. It's like it's one of everything. So
and a black man and a white man.
Yeah,
the
that diversity.
Too.
Talk about
we cover the gamut of everybody out there. We
hashtag DEI. It's all covered. So now you know the secret of why nonprofits love to book us. It's like, okay, we cover the diversity. They're both clean. They both have a disability. Oh yeah, here, come on in.
Check all the boxes.
Yeah. So it's working out for us, and we've hired employees in other markets. We have a guy named Patrick Wiles who handles our bookings on the East Coast. We have someone in Texas, a friend of mine, Big Kev. He handles our bookings in Texas, and then we handle what we do here in Oklahoma. So we're branching out, you guys.
So you want to be nationwide?
Yes, absolutely. That's the goal.
We're branching out to other states for sure.
How do you navigate that with both of you? Do you fly? Do you drive?
Yeah. That's our plan, is to fly and to drive.
I used to work at American Airlines, so he's my travel buddy, so we're going to fly together.
Yes.
And he doesn't like flying that much, and I'm used to flying a lot working with Americans. So
hitting potholes in midair is a little weird for me, those air pockets.
Yeah. Yeah, not fun. What'd you do at American?
I was an avionics technician there.
Okay.
So, and I retired 12 years ago, and I never thought I'd be doing another job, and here I am doing comedy. It was... I just kind of a dream come true doing a job like this where
you've done a
lot. I'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've worked different jobs and stuff. Yeah.
So, how you guys met at the Looney Bin?
No.
Actually, we met in the class.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I come wheeling in. As soon as we see each other, we're like, wow.
Yeah. It was wild, man. I started teaching a year ago through the Jinx Continuing Education Program, and so Thursday nights people sign up, they pay a small fee, and they learn all the techniques. I have about 80 of them, and I just teach it and like get people on that stage, and it helps with communication skills, public speaking skills. If you have a fear of being in front of large crowds, small crowds, we work on that, and then the library thing happened because I was like, man, I really want young kids to grow up and learn how to do stand-up comedy too, instead of waiting until they're 35 and like, oh, I have a story to tell. Why not tell it when you're in middle school, high school?
Yeah,
like
kids are the funniest.
Yes.
And kids have plenty of material
Yes,
too. They
a
can
lot.
draw on their
Oh,
parents.
yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
And so,
absolutely.
So the class is free through the library. They pay me, of course, but like to come in initially, you bring your parents. The parents stay too, and they learn. And so it's like parents, kids, and then like happy family.
Okay, so let's talk about being up on stage because you just mentioned that a second ago. There are studies that say that some people would rather face death than getting up in front of a live audience. It is that scary.
I remember the first time I had to get up in college to do a report back 40 years ago. I literally didn't go back to class because I was so petrified to get up and speak. Then my mom enrolled me in what was called the Dale Carnegie course, where I went and took that and got used to speaking, which helped me get over my fear of it. And then, of course, through going back to school, I had to do a lot of speeches and then spoke many times. And
So what was it that they taught you that we could learn from? I don't like small crowds. I do not like speaking in front of small.
Wow.
Well, one thing they did is when they introduced you, they would clap before you came up, and no matter what you said, they would clap when you sat down. So they gave you positive reinforcement in the class, and you would speak 2 times a night, I think, for 14 weeks. And after doing it that many times, I went back to college, and then I actually liked getting up and doing presentations. And then comedy, since I've always joked around with my friends through the years, now doing comedy is just a dream thing.
Yeah,
for
so a
me
lot
to
of times
do.
just practice will help people get over it. It's
Yeah.
just people not doing it on a regular basis.
Yep, that's what helped me way back.
Whether
40
you're an
years ago.
introvert, extrovert, it's like you can face those fears. Me, I've always since elementary breakdancing, loved to dance, loved to do all that stuff. High school, like senior assembly, performing in front of the whole entire school, 2,500 students. I mean, like I've always been in front of crowds. However, with the whole comedy thing, you have to learn the techniques to make sure it's a good show. If you get up there without joke structure, you're gonna bomb. No laughter.
Well, yeah, it's just like every timing. Every comedian, they say they've got good timing.
Yes.
The
exactly.
timing helps greatly. So
Absolutely.
Have you ever had a joke that the audience was like,
Crickets.
should I laugh or shouldn't I?
yeah, my first
Yeah.
3 years trying to tell blind jokes, people thought that if they laughed, it was a bad thing. I was like, no, you need to laugh. Laugh at me, please. Boost my self-esteem. Laugh at me.
Yeah.
If I can laugh, you should be able to laugh. So
Yeah.
yes, the first 3 years for me. What about you, Charlie?
Well, yeah, you'll crack a joke and sometimes you get crickets and you're like, okay, that one's not going to work. So you eliminate that one for the next time you do your show. And you practice different material just to see what's going to work. And, and then different audiences react different ways also.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's something that I
Yeah,
like.
the nursing home is probably different than the.
Yeah,
wow.
it definitely helps you get like really, really sharper with the material because I'm gonna be honest, you feel like you have nothing to lose. like for real, like you have no fear because it's like, okay, Miss Betty White, you want to laugh or not? The Golden Girls, Little House on the Prairie, Bonanza, and so you get really comfortable because you feel like you're just performing for Grandma and Grandpa. But when you go into the high schools, the college, then they're like, hey, what's going on here? And so it's a little different.
They bring the teen angst and the snarky.
Yeah, exactly. The tomatoes and blind men can't duck.
And then the first time I did a nursing home, it wasn't too long ago. What an unforgettable experience. I mean, picture the funniest you've ever been in your life, times that by 20 minutes, and then take the exact opposite of that. Oh, my goodness. It was horrible.
Oh, it was horrible?
They didn't react at all. I don't know. I don't know if they're
I could
dead or
hear
my
you.
jokes killed them or what, but I slithered out of there. I mean, it was terrible.
Maybe they weren't happy because most of them were in wheelchairs too.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you would think
wow.
someone in a nursing home could kind of relate to both of you
Yeah.
guys.
But
Yeah,
no,
it was-
they're just giving you that stern look. Like
Oh, yeah.
they served you 40 years to life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
guys. The grand jury says.
Yeah. After that experience, everything's been on the upscale since that time. That's for sure.
Like it's all up here from now. I used to sing. I used to travel around and sing at nursing homes when I was a kid. And I'm thinking about that now. As a kid, I'd never realized it. But yeah, they just sat there like,
what's your deal?
Can we go back and
Exactly.
play bingo, please? This is is awful.
I need to go back to my bed.
April Fools.
Okay, so tell us about the website where people can get more information.
Yes. Leon and CharlieComedy.com. And so you go there, you could see all about our stuff and our journey, and we go from there, man. And so, that's everything.
All
Are
right,
you playing anywhere? Are you performing anywhere here recently? Or
Yeah. Go ahead.
We just did a retirement home 3 days ago.
Yes.
That was really good to do right off of Lewis there.
And then in Sand Springs, in a month from now, we will be doing a huge fundraiser. They're raising over $21,000 to help build 3 more additional water wells in Peru. And so they booked Charlie and I to come out and do the fundraiser, be the entertainment. I'll do an hour, he'll do 30 minutes, and we're just gonna have a blast. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. It's like the end of May sometime, and so in Sand Springs.
An hour. Wow.
Yeah.
let us know because I want to come.
Yes, you gotta come.
It's going to be great. Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And
thank
make
you.
sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an episode of Oklahoma Women Want to Know on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. Thanks for joining us once again on the Oklahoma Women Want to Know podcast. Tune in each Wednesday at 5 a.m. and don't forget to leave us a review.